to generate the motivation, thinking that I must attain enlightenment for the sake of all sentient beings. For that reason, I'm going to listen to this holy teaching.
咁我哋而家應該擺一個正確嘅心念啦。我哋應該為咗所有有情眾生獲得正義而能今次呢個咁神聖、咁自聖嘅教法嘅。
我哋大家諗講我係用教法啊，各種情況教法，佢全部都係同點樣寫嘅，送嚟。
So, as Lama was said that when the three doors comes under the influence of the influence of the negativities and the delusions, then it should purify by applying four opponent powers.
當我哋嘅身意三業咧受到呢個不善業所蒙蔽嘅時候咧，我哋就應該咧以四種對治力嘅方法咧去正常我哋嘅無明惑業㗎。
그래서 당연히 그 준비 신문하는 야 아니 동안 시간이 뭐니 되게 좀 봤어. 동안 시간 좀 봤어. 준비고 싶은데 내가 근데 내가 좀 나한테는 좀 준비고 말아야 돼. 동안 시간.
So even in the guide to the Buddhist Sadhana's world life, there and Shanti says that one should recite the Sadhana of the prayer 3 times in the daytime and 3 times in the night, to purify the negativity. So these negativities of the three doors, we can accumulate in, or we've been creating since beginning last lifetime, and we have created these negativities by ourselves, or we have created these negativities by impelling or by making others to do it, and we have accumulated these negativities by rejoicing on others. And on others' bad actions or in one's own bad actions. So if we apply these 4 opponent powers to any kind of negativities or delusions, then there's no such negativities or delusions which cannot be purified by applying these 4 opponent powers.
대화시하라 캐버 주는 님부터 타는 대화 침부 다동. 그러나 대화 중심이 마사네 님부터 시샤만은 대화 침부를 된다. 이거가 된가 침부 받고.
So it's very important first of all to identify the 4 opponent powers. If one doesn't know what are these 4 opponent powers, then one will not have any an idea on how to purify the negativities. So there is no such negativities which cannot be purified through applying these 4 opponent powers. So therefore, if one knows now how to purify the negativities, then even the heaviest negativities can become very light. And if one doesn't know how to purify the negativities, then even the smallest negative action can become very heavy negative action. So that's why it says that for wise and scholars, even the heavy negative action are very light. And for the foolish and those who doesn't know, who are not wise, for them, even light negative action are very heavy. So actually, in the 35 in the 35 Buddha prayer, there's all these four opening powers, but it is no use just to have involved in the prayer, and it is the most important thing is to have in one's one practice.
더 찍으라는 당고지 다음에 이게 분명히 공부를 하고다. 괜히만 드는 손전지 사마지 받아서 자 장진이 말아. 뒤따도 쓰는데 뒤따도 뒤나 사마지 받는데 뒤따도 쓰는데 다음에 이제 하고다. 네. 다 잠도도 안 거다. 잠도이 봐 이런 거 잠도도 시험 문제 잠도도 그 잠도 생기도 땡 것도 없더라고요. 당고 또 신나는 당고 땡게 또 되는 거예요. 당고도 잠도 시험 문제 잠도 모습 때는 생기도 또 쉬려 봐 때는 잠도 생기도 땡 것도 되는 당고 쓰더라고요. 그런 거예요.
So there's the fourth at the beginning of the 35 Buddha prayer. There's refuge, going for refuge to the children. So that is the refuge formula there. So that is the object of the refuge, object of refuge. So going for refuge to children and taking and generating the mind of enlightenment. So these two are the object of the power of object.
저희는 당고배는 이제 다 잠도 생기고 땡 되고 하면 누가 당고 잠도 치와요. 당고 저기 있어. 나 제가 맞는 저기 있어. 딱 그랬어.
So then while we're starting this refuge prayer, one should visualize the object of the refuge. Even one cannot visualize very extensively, but at least one should visualize briefly.
라단 방어 태기별 단 동강을 쓰고 소리잖아요. 생각이 뭐 제일 되는 뭐 지정도 변대된 거 랑을 라마의 원이 있는 것 같은 사실을 두발라 산재에서 보고 주는 소마도 있고 본조순 사단이고 그러니까도 이제 민간 나가다 등고 추가시 휴유에서 막 시작합니다.
So above, one purified above one's head, visualize what's the golden throne, supported by 8 snow lines, and on that, visualize the lotus and the moon disk, and on that, visualize one's guru in the aspect of Buddha Shakyamuni, and around him is all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and all the heroes, heroines, and all the three jewels. So you briefly visualize all these objects in front of yourself.
다 그냥 한 타고를 양지랑 그 얘는 선리는 파이 되고 저는 그 도와주고 ਸਮ지 프리치 이런 거 같은 선리 많이 되고 근데 선지 뭐에 이제 누가 다 무슨 내가 다 무슨 만는 거 비는데 다데 지단데 주스는 하고도 ben 도와주고 심지 탐제 이와 인발라 남바베 계시 코바 통마베 미나 바다고 되는 거를 도와주 다니면서 마땅한 책 도와주고 심지 지게 말려바랑 거 타고도 되는 지 계시고 바 냠타고 지 통마베 하는 고와등야 공부 동문에 되게 지 가서 이 모두 제시에 따라 님 공조를 때 한말로가 공조로데 bel카마 바 주의가 생각이 나오고
And around oneself, and one has to visualize all the sentient beings. On the right side, starting from one's father and all the fatherly beings and all the male sentient beings, and on the left, starting with one's mother, all the female sentient beings, female sentient beings, and in the front, visualize all one's enemies. So enemies, those who cause you harm, directly or indirectly. And at the back, you visualize all your relatives, and around that you visualize all the around all these beings, and you visualize the beings of the six migrating beings, and all these beings. You should visualize all these beings in the aspect of human being, in the human form, and having all this, they are having fear or having a fear. Towards the suffering of the sexual existence, and going completely interesting themselves in the future.
그거 또 지금 그한다 생각을 봐. 툭년도 거고 툭년에 주도 뭐 싶었어. 그한다 생각 감자가 저기는 게 연기가 대화 저기도 연기도 파트는 대화 침범도 이 상말하고 그한다 생각 감자가 집에 대부 침범이 받으면 좋다고 그랬어.
And the object of refuge is looking down upon the sentient beings, which very very delighted in a delighted way, and also from sentient beings side, and remembering or recollecting the qualities of the teachers and having very strong respect and faith. So one should visualize the beings in this way.
나라고는 남자 진주 공조성을 말하고 돈이에 도갑시다 요 말에 그래서나 파마 상보들 보고 가면 연결지에는 이 파마대 가져라 불러주는 장내 보고 된 많이 받잖아 생각이 된 나시만하고 그래도 그다 이 문화시고 공조 두고 나서 선제 탐조를 지금 아주 이내 라자 상고잖아 나요 된 나라는 마치 맞지 된 많이 받신 거도 선제 공조 돈이에 값다 요 말에 이내 다르지 장고지에는 하나도 동시하고는 야지 나중에는 차 그게 있으면 그러고 초반 있는 건 대지 있는 거또 이해를
So normally, we don't have any chance to make the teachers happy. It's just for example, it's like a children who is very a very naughty, very very mischievous child, who never listen to their parents, never listen to his or her parents, and does always bad things and never listen to her parents. It's just like that. The teachers are always giving us advice or instruction to do good things, and we always act in a bad way. Act in a bad way. But today, but now we've got a chance to make them happy. We by reciting the 35 Buddha prayers and making them prostration. So we've got a very rare opportunity to make them happy.
그 가만다가 보니나 보지 하고 싶으나 그 남기는 아마 가져와요. 보고 부자전 그러야 말이야. 한 남기 지금 보고 여기 하고 세워다 아마데다 아마데 그거 요새. 보고도 두자냐 주는 막하는 거지. 다 두자 생각에 님은 직대니지 아니면 가라니는 뭐 하고 싶이 세라이나 하버드냐 보고 남기 야가 생각들어야 그냥 도가 가서. 그래서 니는 말 중에 두자 잔다 지금 인다 괜히만 가져서 뭐 하고 싶이 세서 가만 싶이 그러더라. 되나 싫어. 그래서 그걸 남자 중에 내가 보선 두들 한 마찬가지로 내가 많이 먹잖아. 지금 월들 이내 다 다르지 않아로 그 돈을 받아봐라 진. 그래서 shadow 전에 배는 지 가서 더 본적을 내지 대발이나 카야 로가는 다 투신문이 내가 이거 네가 좀 되지.
So, for example, if the parents, the two couples, they have two children, and a couple they have two children. One is very good, listens to their his parents and does all good things, and another one is very bad, very naughty, mischievous, and does all those bad things. So if but this the good one, he always does good, so the parents are very happy with him, and the one who does bad, he always does bad, so therefore the parents are not very happy with him. And if one day, if the bad one, who always does bad, and if one day he does good, and that way, the parents will become more, very happy with him, and even will be even more happy with him than with the one who does all the, who does good all the time. It's just that because thinking that he's always bad, but today he's very good, and for 1 or 2 days, if he's been good for 1 or 2 days, or nowadays he's very good. So thinking this way, he'll be more happy. The parents will be more happy with the boy, who is bad, than with the one who used to be very good. So in a similar way, we always act in a bad way, always act in a bad way. But today, by generating sense of fear towards the negativities and the downfall and taking this chance to purify this negativity. So seeing this, doing good things, the teachers will be very happy with us.
다 지난 알아서 이제 고와다 나도 생각한다 고와다는 정부 동의되는 필요 만나서 봐지 그 완전히 너무 생각을 안 돌려 말아서 내가 생각하는 다 동의가 좀 링돈 다가 되는 면도 사지다 판들이가 도구를 사지 안 돌려 뜬다 답에 나도 미래도 차도 처음 되고 그래요. 그렇게 봐요. 제가 알았어.
All the softenings of the cycler existence, the general softening of the cycler existence and the particular softening of the three lowering, and there is no such suffering which we haven't experienced. We have experienced all these kind of sufferings in the past, and again, if we keep on acting in this way, then again we have to experience more of these sufferings in the future, and so we won't be able to measure how deep it is and how how extent and how vast it is.
그거는 그래도 내가 탑도 되게 해요. 그냥 다른 그 가서다. 이게 내가 가서다. 이거는 지금다. 내가 단계 잠바로 먹지. 이제 이자라 인간 된 대로 뒤지라 와라 이거 주더라. 뭐 가서다. 거기다 뭐 타바도 양다 먹고 막 근데 고마는 뭐지 그거다. 그 팀에서 두가지 그 두가가 세도 이 타반으로 구조성을 위한 뭐 좀더 이용한 거죠.
So actually, we're in our situation is very poor, but still, we have found this perfect maneuver, which is very difficult to find, and we have met with the teachings, the profound teachings of the Buddha, which is very difficult to meet. And also, while having this chance in our hand, we should, take full advantage to free from the speculation and to attain enlightenment.
맞아, 제가 안장을 길이야 아니지. 안장성 삼각을 길이야 아니 고하다는 것도 중요할때 기간이 다 학만에다 하나 다 고쳐야 되더라. 기간이 다 보내다 님 학만에다 고하다는 것도 중요한데 기가 쭉 잡고 삼각을 길이야 아니지. 게임은 뭐 찍히고.
So therefore, one should imagine that oneself and all sentient beings have a very strong sense of fear toward the general suffering of the speculation. And
난 네가 들었지만 내가 나도 가서 네가 들었지만 가서 난 이건 눈에 좋아 구조 통해서 들어가다 그 지당 말하는 거 제가 먼저 된 사람 그래도 이 터발을 군조 치료 좀 그래요. 단 말하는 거 포화당 요즘 중요해 봐. 포화당 요즘 이거 때문에 저걸 군조 순간만 맞대봐라. 근데 나하고 도토야 내가 인자 전직이 가고다. 포화당 요즘 중요한 이거 제가 직접 군조 순간을 내가 군조 순간. 그 군조 순간 내가 좀 군조 순간 여바지 말하고 이치를 봐. 이치를 간다. 이치를 되는 도요 말. 로 깨워 주고.
So only the teachers have the full power or the potential to free us from such fear of the suffering of cyclical existence. So actually, in order to be free, just to be free from the suffering of the lower realm and to attain the higher rebirth, such as human and God, we can only go for average to 1 or 2 jewels. But in order to be free from the suffering of the entire cycle existence, one has to go for refuge in the three jewels. So one should have belief that only the three jewels have the full potential to free ourselves and all human beings from the suffering of the cycle existence, and not if just having belief or faith is not enough, but one should entrust oneself to the three jewels.
한가를 대하여는 차바는 님의 책이다. 이들의 막 한가지 나는 반 누구이나 이 차바는 님을 쭈가 이식을 해요. 이체는 한가도 나는 주는 다 차바는 님의 쭈가 이체받은 한가다가 다가 대야 되나 그 차바는 님의 다가 책이라. 이체가 맞아 그 한가지 나는 누구도 되나 지금 나도 배 기본적으로 보면 고등어 고등어를 좀 누가 이봐 이체받아. 이체받는 맞아를 제가 주자자께나 많이 봐. 그 링장마가는 제가는 제가면서 고정을 이거 말아. 를 링지 기도상의 지수나도 공부를 봐. 를 링지게 와서 그 점을 주상하는.
So, for example, if we sit outside, then we'll be burned by the sun or wet or drenched by the rain. But then if we go inside, we'll be protected from the sunburn and and the rain. So we have that belief, and just by having that belief, and if you just sit outside, then you won't be protected from the sunburn and the rain. So, so just by also one should have the belief that one will be protected if one go inside the house, and then one should go inside and to be protected. Just by having belief and sitting outside, that will not protect us. So in a similar way, one should have belief that one should have belief and faith that that the teachers have the power to protect us from all this suffering, of this cycle existence. But just having that faith is not enough. One should, insert completely, into teachers, and one should, think it's by the kindness of the teachers that all this, whatever good or bad happens, it's all by the kindness of the teachers.
다 지내 지간데 다 지나가 정도 비정도 상하네. 다 지간에 되고 있으면 정도 시기나 뭐 인지고가 유인자. 근데 장가 타고 지면 냠다 봤으니 제가 봐 때봤던 거가 봐. 말하는 배 타고도 심지리 냠 타고 지be 껴버지나 그냥 말하는 배 심지리가 사서를 때는 아마 인지기도 와. 근데 사서도 가로 사서를 인지 타고서 또 때는 말하는 배 땀은 내가 인지기도 와. 또 변화 그래. 타고도 이거랑을 심지리도 그 대식구가 냠 타고주는 거랑도 민지 하나만 지그래. 대식하고 공대라 이런 냠 타고주가 이런 거 민지집. 그래서 현재배 고장에 중국 등원에 들어서는 강다 등원에 들어가는 제투 저때 등원들 등원에 들어가는 지금 이 사람들 봐 민지기야 돼. 민지기 오는데 민지 승에도 고하던 거. 진선절 받는 것에 그 고하다 배 전도 전도는 마서로 대야 그러나 지금 선배는 고지를 깨워는 그런 민지기에 걸어.
So this is the course of the general direction, so in order for it to be the refuge of the uncommon refuge of Mahayana, and it should be associated or accompanied with great compassion and great compassion. If one visualizes all the sentient beings around oneself in a very poor situation, experiencing very intensive suffering, then it is easy to generate this compassion. Seeing just like when we go outside walking in the street, if you see somebody killing the animals and killing the animals, then you will generally, naturally generate compassion toward these beings, So if we, in the same way, if we imagine all the sentient beings are undergoing extensive suffering, then it is very easy for us to generate compassion. So when we say compassion, and here it refers to compassion is a thought or attitude which wishes others to be free from the suffering, thinking that how wonderful it will be if they are free from the suffering, and may they be free from suffering, and I will take the responsibility to make them free from the suffering.
뭔가 생각하는데다 피신지가 상대로 들어 상대로 고마워야 하는 거가 제발라 거나 배딱 뭐 생각하면 배는 배가 따라 피신지가 탐절로 들어 상대로 고마워는 거다 지금 엄마도 막 고투가 제가 생각하다 인지기 오는 인지 담아 동월한테 좀더 문제로 좀 가지고 피신지 원래 쪽에 상대로 고마워서 하는 거다 상대로 고마워서 제발라 상대로 고마워서 상대로 너로 동만이 그 더마다 봐 상대로 고마워서 말아 뭐가 저도 말아 너로 동만이 그 더는 또 봐 너로 동만이 그 더는 땡고 그때 정말 제발 남아서 얘기만 이좀 포고 한 남자가 때는 저기 걸어 고고 그래서 인간이 배 그러니까 통제로 피신지가 통제로 들어 제가 칼로야 아니지 진짜 통제로는 코와당에 그런 거 따와를 당진 말이 받을 거 같고 대체 말에 그때야 다시 랑도원에 또 말아 한자리 고마도 마도는 지한나비 말아 어디 인간 배 한자리 고마는 거지 좀 더 제발라 더 제발 라이언데 한계에 대해서 뭐 많이 또 야다 뭐 정도는 알았으면 지금 막 로건 치고 봐 있는데 그게 막 아무것도 살짝 치고 가지고 근데 되어봤잖아.
So in order to free all the sentient beings from the suffering, from the suffering or the fear of the cycle existence, and from the fear of the samsara or cycle existence, and from the fear of the liberation, and to lead them to the state of enlightenment, and enlightenment, one should. So in order to lead them to a state of enlightenment, they must, in order to free them from the fact that they must realize the ultimate nature of the phenomena, and in order to understand the ultimate nature of phenomena, one should show or teach them how to realize the ultimate nature of the phenomena or the emptiness. And so, in order to teach that, one should attend the state of omniscience, and by attending so, one should turn the wheel of Dharma and teach what how to teach how to what is to be abandoned and what is to be to be adopted, or what is how to cultivate the positive actions and how to abandon the negative actions. So in order to do all these things, one has to attend enlightenment, state of enlightenment or state of omniscience, with the extensive way of going for that.
What you done to jump in on the yarn to the lot? Jump of Pinky, Tuna, the Gilan, Jump of Pinky there with the Torah. Don't Tuna? Some other people that don't come in and the couple of chairs.
So, if all the refuge, refuge going for refuge to the teachers is associated with the generation of the mind of enlightenment, then it is it's more powerful to purify the negativity.
如果我哋去三寶歸依嘅時候咧，如果我哋都發起一個大乘嘅心願，希望所有眾生獲得正悟咧，呢個係一個好強烈嘅一個力量咧，去能夠正常我哋嘅業障。
即係搞到成日喺個地方西嚟，如果佢有工作當晚，甚至呢咪就出嚟全部啲地方西嘅要求啊嘛。
So that is because when we create negative action, we create negative action in respect to only these two objects, to the teachers or to the Jews or to teachers or to the in respect to the sentient beings.
咁點解我哋要咁樣做咧？點解我哋要即係藉住呢個發起大乘嘅心願咧，去正常我哋業障咧？因為其實咧，當我哋做惡業嗰個時候咧，我哋做惡業係有兩個對象嘅。咁第一個對象咧就係三寶，咁第二個對象咧就係所有有情眾生。
有工作隔離有人搞話原來你工作你要廣大呢，基本上其他的從小我們差不多的。馬上呢地方上的甚至的廣大或者長把民族國家的、成都省國家的。So, going for also like listening to the taking the advice of the teachers and taking the advice of the we create negative action by not taking the advice of the teachers and in respect to the teachers and so in order to purify the negativities that we have created in respect to the teachers, we go for refuge to the teacher and make prostration to them and visualize the nectar descending from them and purify all our negativities. So this is purifying the negativities in respect purifying the negativities created in respect to the teachers and by generating loving kindness or compassion bodhicitta towards the sentient beings, one purifies the negativity that one has created in respect to the sentient being. 다 지내는 게 음제를 쓰르죠. 다음에 이제 그냥 라마나마라 저 실수상이라 다 음제를 쓰르게 근데 탐색이 돼야 된 라마라자 지카고다. 그거 중요한 사용하는 저 지금 이거 삼아잖아요. 진짜 라마라 때문에 막 뒤뒤 막 그런 거 가서 그죠? 라면 줘도 막 수수 산다는데 진짜 라면 줘라. 그거 막 좀 맞지. 맞아. 라면 줘 수수 아까는 그거 그거는 그거 말로 우리 법관에서 그니까. 라면 줘 수수 산다 라면 거는 막 되는 거들 하는 게 통제가 되는 라면 그거 그래. 라면 돼 버리 여러 라면 라면 돼 라면 돼 막 장한테라. 그거 장한테 통제가 라면 껴서 다 수수만. 라면 껴서. 라면 껴고 수수만 맞죠.
while reciting the 34 Buddha prayer, imagine oneself as the chanting leader, and while saying go for refuge on the fourth line, go for refuge to the Guru. So that, and then you imagine, you visualize the nectar falling down from the Guru and purifying all the negativities that you have accumulated in respect to the Guru, and by not listening to his advice, or by getting angry with him, by abusing him. So whatever negative action that you have created in respect to the Guru, then you imagine being purified by the nectar falling down from him, and then then at the end you imagine that you are under the protection of your Guru.
아, 들으면 시서 유리 당 라마 저 시서 랑 전용 것도 있는데 라마 자와시가 도만에 통하지가 그는 지고 다르서 맞으거든. 반달라나 또 기발라마 와로 모두 상만에 모두 그거 좀.
So you can see in the prayer book that I of such and such man go forever to the Guru. So when you recite this, then you have to visualize this the nectar descending down and purifying all the negativities. So when you visualize the nectar descending down toward yourself, then you have to the nectar should follow from, and if you are visualizing the Guru in the form of victorious Buddha Shakyamuni, then you should you should visualize that nectar descending through all the other lineage gurus without any intervention, and coming down to you.
상계가 잡을 수 있어서 하는 그 지금 상계 동사니 제 이담 주기 시에 그 동사 분석 상황에 말할 때 와서 와야지. 근데 되게 상계가 잡을 수 있는 마음이 있는 것이고.
Then when I go for refuge to the Buddha, so then you visualize nectar descending from all these the 1,000 Buddhas or the fortunate Yom and 35 Buddhas, and the deities of the four the deities of the four tantric class, and the 8 medicine Buddhas.
가든지 상계라 미고 되게 많잖아. 상계가 좀 있었는데.
And then imagine that you have purified the negativities that you have accumulated in respect to the Buddhas, and you are under the protection of the Buddhas.
다시는 좀 뒤에서 아주 방도가 연구인 그런 것 연구인 바라 남바 최부도 남바 명하는 거 정말 최부도 알아봐. 그거 부채 부부도 그래야지 뭐를 안에 지금 그런 걸 남은 발라 추군데 또봐 연구인 바라 남바 최 남바 되는다. 그래서 좀 시스템 맞는 거 같아.
And so while is reciting the prayer says go for reference to the Dharma, and then you have to imagine the nectar falling down from the volumes of the excuses, which is nature or identity, is quality of realization and all the abandonment, and which the nature is the quality of all the realization and the abandonment, but in the aspect of the volumes of excuses, so from that you visualize an nectar falling down and purifying all the negativities that you have created in respect to the Dharma.
다 된거죠. 시스템 안에 그 가고 다 현재만 이해 세계로 소만 자주 생각 포함된 게 그런 장제제 현재된 기도 소만 인디게 포함해. 근데 보고 관도 필요한 그 단도 그 요청이나 그 다음에 맞는 거는 지금
Then when you go for reference to the thangka, then you visualize all this the bodhisattvas, bodhisattvas, the 8 close disciples of the Buddha. So this bodhisattvas and all the solitary realizers and the healers and all the heroes and Dakshini and all the Dhammapalas. The Dhammapalas are in the all and all these are regarded as thangka. So when you visualize all disciples of Buddha, which are the eight bodhisattvas, and included them all the bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, and the solitary realizers, heroes, the thinis, and all the dhammapalas. So all these are regarded as the sangha. So one should visualize all these things while going for reference to the sangha.
That's the name of the thing of talking. That thing of talking is that kind of thing of talking. Some thing of the thing matter with the kind of thing you tie on, you don't think, my whatever you know, that thing of talking.
So this is the object, the power of the object, power of the object. So it's all this the teachers and going forever to the teachers with all these forces and such as fear and the belief. And so if one goes for refuge in this way, then that completes the power of the object. The refuge and the mind generation of the mind of enlightenment.
Remember, things about talking about things about talking about all of you. Things are not all of it. You know, things about someone else, Tanama, things about cars, do that and pick on out to be half order. Things about talking like that, and around the Gillian, the Sarako Tama and Sunday, the bar. The other shit, and Timo, the Zash and Timo, why using the bar, to one that you are but in Tanganyala, the Galaxy, the Control, another never to know what you are at, the one that Kivan to go to your washing. To the man, to the on washing by chance, to the washing by Cheney. You want to learn the word of your tongue to the partner of your uncle by Yinka, they wouldn't treat it. The other use your about the things in the top silver. It has mental change in Basel.
Next one is the power of regular, and so like one since we have accumulated negative actions in many ways, and we have negative, we have created negative actions through or out of attachment, ignorance, anger, and we have created negative action to be born in a heaven, to be born in a pleasure realm, and to be born in the realm of animals. So all this, since we have created all these fear negative actions, so having sense of fear towards and having sense of fear toward this suffering and repenting that that one has created this negative action. So this is the power of regret or repentance. So the negative actions such as the 10 non-virtuous actions and the 5 heinous crimes, and also the negative action of transgressing the 3 vows.
That don't share a most of size of Chambayuna, the young Muslim, but we give it them without form in the market. But I'm a matter of Hama over you know. Rano Hama over to one side, one but village of a joint and young around the only Jayna around the 12 or 20 was in the Chiraj. Chambayuna, what you like, Chimbas was average because of one bungle to what in the one. Those were doing around the work as a sign to the concept of Chamber 10 and Jima and Sabon China. Rang never to the Rang move music and the mark when the style is some of the Junta. You tell me what you talk about.
So if one remembers a serious negative action that one has created, then one should mainly aiming on that, mainly focusing on that negative action. One should mainly want to focus on that negative action, and then again one should also purify the negative action that one has, that one which we do not which we don't remember, which one doesn't remember. One should purify that negative actions also. This since the beginner's lifetime, we have been in the cycle and while being in the cycle one has created many different kinds of negative actions which we don't remember now. But this can be all these negative actions are known by the teachers, and they are the witness of of creating this negative action. So all the negative action that is known by the negative action of all. That is known by the teachers. Teachers and may all this, things that may all obviously purified, and having a sense of, regret or repentance toward, should have, having a sense of regret toward this negative action, so one should, have a sense of fear toward the result of this negative action.
아니 먹어도 집었다고인가. 이 먹어도 집었다고 그냥 잠도 숨기죠. 저 숨기 단주고 숨냐냐. 와 봤더니나 단주고 숨 지금 매 나가다 쓰거나 기본 먹을 수 있고. 단주고 숨도 정도 숨 단주고 숨을 왜 이거에 관한 것다. 포에 관한 것다. 이거에 관한 것다. 니가 내가 니니 있어요. 뭐. 단주고 숨 그때 숨이나 잠도 숨기냐냐. 성화도 좀 그냥 좀 방에 막 천지와지 그렇다면 나도 그만 그거 제가 님 먹고도 줘. 제가 생각 당연히 있는 건 아니고 그거 다야가 님보디 한국 정도 숨겼네. 저 동양 상황 맞춘 줘야지. 그만 다지가 님보디 제가 님 먹고도 줘. 봐서.
So then the third one is the power of antidote. And if one generates bodhicitta, or the mind of enlightenment, this is very powerful, it can purify all the negativities, it can burn all the negativities, and it can also accumulate get store of merit. So this is the bodhicitta is beneficial for both purifying negativities and accumulating the merit. So from the beginning of going for homage to the glorious conqueror Shakyamuni Buddha, and down to the all this reciting all the name of the 35 Buddhas, the power of antidote.
근데 나도 중간에서 상황 맞았거든요. 차 생각이나 다 당고지 당기를 접유로 봐다 문을 어떤 거 전에도 그래 맞두는데 그래. 맞아. 다 그거 무슨 상황이 뭐라 써다고 그러면 난데 빠르도 빠르나 좀 마상다네. 빈신 제마도 빈신 써다나 빈신 줘요. 근데 빠르도 같은 시선은 난 분이야 랑보신 그거 뒤에 모두가 자와도 되는데 막 근데 지금다 동서 상황에서 제가 내가 비슷히 되게 근데 빠르구나. 저희가 빈신 줘요. 무슨 그런 게 다다 비슷. 맞지도 동서 상황이 지나다 참자에서 내가 나온 것도 내가 나서고 와. 동서 통화도 요청 끝나지 저는 되는 거 참자다 괜히 좀 해서 보자. 그러나 그 레알라 저한테 자와를 내는 봤어요. 레알라 봤어요. 지금 그런 상대가 되는 두고 막 그거 하루에 상대가 뭐가 만나면 여러 봐. 나도 뭐 칼라고 그런데 레알라 봤어요. 자와를 내는 봤어요.
So actually, the 35 Buddhas, the appearance, the aspect, and all the shares of the body, and these things are quite difficult to, very difficult to visualize or to see it clearly. So therefore, you can, and therefore, this 35 Buddha that you can see now in the picture is in the aspect of the 5 Dhyana Buddhas.
그래서 랑고지 지고를 가서 숨기다는 법 추쇼 나고 추쇼도 랑고신 나고 추쇼 이 년간 비가 또 충분 다야가 된데게 써야 하는 랑고신 따라 추쇼.
So the reason why one should visualize the throne supported by the elephant is because the elephant is the most powerful powerful animal, the most powerful animal, and it has the most biggest the body or the footstep, or the footprint. So therefore, the visualizing the elephant is it's a very auspicious time of purifying in a very strong negative action.
咁點解咧？就話我哋要
만두야가 생각랑보다 만두야가 싫어. 근데 비가 랑보 처럼 해도 그냥 초중에 야 데모를 자래. 데모 마셔나가 쳐도 야 자네 그거.
So in one way is in order to subdue our mind of an elephant, or another way is in order to subdue the ignorance in our mind.
다 두면은 나도 다 담고 말하는데 저는 다 담고 차서 다 차서는 이거도 막 차서는 막 자가 인가 차서라는 생각을.
So then while one is doing this with the prostration, combined with the prostration. So therefore, one should know how to make prostration. So,
때문에 우리가 누구 나와서 무슨 써야 되고 무슨 바간 쓰고요 요래 대화야 쓰고요 직접 그냥 료원에 가려 하고 사 쓰고요 나는 중국동안 산 쓰고요 물론 요즘 또 무슨 뭐 라가라 같이도
so actually, we're doing so many things. Well, with the mind, you visualize the meditate, or sorry, the object of the rest, or the object of visualization. So not the object of that, which is just the 35 Buddhas. The other one has to visualize the 35 Buddhas, and one also have to visualize the nectar standing and. So through mind, we visualize the 35 Buddhas, and through speech we recite the name of the 35 Buddhas, and through body we make prostration. So while we're doing these three things, with our body, speech, and mind, then it is of course when we purify a very heavy negative action.
그러니까 이거 상계에서 고마도 이거 나온 타신이라 때문에 상계에서 되지 딱 수수 고도로 봐.
So while attaining the state of enlightenment, and to depending on the two parts of method and wisdom, we attain these two bodies, the form and the truth body of the Buddha.
그러니까 라과지만 타고 있으라 봐. 라과지마다 봐. 탑체. 라과지마다 봐. 싫어. 타고 싫어합니다. 봐. 맞지?
So therefore, while making prostration, we have to join the two palms of our hands. So these two hands symbolizes the method and the wisdom. The right one is symbolizing the method, and the left one symbolizes wisdom.
이동으로 나 라과 타면 자와니 타신님도 성돈 제가 라과 타면 자와 쭉 또 배. 단계를 배.
So and then with these two hands bringing together, it is with the unifying or uniting these two, the method and the wisdom, and when with together with this hand joined, we our hands joined, we place it on the crown, and that is to obtain the Buddha's protrusion.
라과 타면 자주선 타면 나오고 누군지나 저거 라과 똥발라 타면 자면은 라과 잘려 있는 모두가 자주 통하는 라과 나오고 세번 나오고 라과를.
So while joining these two palms of our hand, one should place the thumbs inside the palm. That is called the gesture of holding the jewel, and it's also it also is a sign of being a Buddhist or insider. And if one shows the thumbs outside, then it's called outsider, which is non-Buddhist.
나와라 맞아나 대만 산재면서 이미가 기아니가 이러면서 산재 위에서 지금 기아가 쳐도 세번 나와서 찍어요.
So if one doesn't put the thumbs inside the palm, then there's a danger that one might be born in a place where Buddha teachings is not valid, or where Buddha's teaching cannot be found. So therefore, in order to be born in a place where Buddha's teaching is present, and where Buddha's teaching can be found, so therefore, one should put the thumbs inside one's palm.
So
when you place the hand on top of your crown, then you should place it very straight, it shouldn't be crooked on either side, because the protrusion of Buddha is not crooked, it's very straight. So after placing your hand on the crown, then you place on the forehead. Your hands join, together. You should place on the forehead. And the purpose of placing placing on the forehead is to purify the negativities of one's body and to obtain the body of the Buddha and to obtain his hair, the Buddha's hair on his forehead. So that is also very difficult to obtain the hair. The curled hair in body, curled hair, the curled hair on Buddha's forehead. So it is to obtain that.
한 전바에 자르는 정하고 그 나가 들으잖아요. 반대는 그 공탕바야 나다. 공수동선은 한다. 어디 된지가 안 나가서.
And the purpose of placing it on the cross is to purify the negativities of our speech and to obtain all the qualities of the Buddha's speech.
제가 하나 얘기들이 봐서 한제가 좋은 거 같아요.
And the placing of the heart is to purify the negative action of one's mind and to achieve the mind of the Buddha, the enlightened mind of the Buddha, or the mind that realizes everything, or the omniscient mind of the Buddha.
그래서 요거 차라리 장자다 분자는 여기 왔다. 단대로 반에 장자 세도는 약속이.
So and also when you make the prostration, there's called full prostration and a half prostration, or the step prostration or bending prostration. So if you can, it's better. It's good or better to make the full prostration.
thangka 매라게 산 삶의 동거이나 나와 탐을 전전 나와 전는데.
And those who are not very healthy, they are physically not healthy and cannot make the prostration, then they can just join their hands and imagine making prostration.
나 참, 세례관이 아니라 나도 가서 장투도 마, 장투는 나는 와리 아니라